What is going on, guys? Some new photos of the Tesla Semi, the production version, have just come out. That is what we're going to be looking at today. Let's jump into it. Wow, there has been a lot of news stories coming out of Tesla. It's very busy at the moment, so all good for me, all good for you. We got lots of goodies to dive through, but today we're talking about the new Tesla Semi photos. So if that sounds interesting, please subscribe, comment, like, say hello in the comments below. And again, thank you for all the support so far on this. So I initially saw these photos at my good friends Kilowatts. These guys kill it all the time. Kilowatts, kill it. And they got some photos of the new Tesla Semi. So there's a lot of speculation around this, and I just want to put my stance on this right now. These photos right here are the production Tesla Semi. Similar to what we was talking about the Roadster recently, they're going to be releasing a version of the Roadster soon, end of summer, where it's the production vehicle, and it's exactly as the production vehicle will come out, and it's the production methods, but it's not in full production yet. And that's what we're seeing with this Semi. So we're going to dive into all the details, but let's just look at the photos straight away. So we'll head over to Kilowatts Twitter. So these are the photos, and look at that. So I'm going to do a compare and contrast from the old one, but yes, it's been hauled by another truck. Anyone get over it? So initially, what can we see? So first of all, we can see this little thing down here. Now, initially I thought maybe that's for the cameras. That little thing on that door handle down there is a door handle. Did I say door handle when I said that? It's a door handle. So yeah, that is slightly different, not on the original. Or if it was on the original, no, it wasn't on the original. So the original had a Model 3 door handle, as you can see in that photo there. So yeah, we've got a new door handle, interesting. And maybe it houses a camera in there as well, because it'll be a big opening. Possibly there's a camera just pointing out into the road. Very possible. So there you go. There's the door handle. We also see this new rear window again in the original. If we're looking at the original, so we're just looking at the cab, the front cab. So we've got the door. And then, yeah, no rear window. So as you can see now, there's a rear window behind the door. And also, there's that panel there looks like it's accessible. So that might be a panel to the rear. It might just be the way it's done. Just a large panel gap. It's a Semi, get over it. But I think it's probably an accessible door. Something I noticed as well up here was these... they're cameras. So we've got one camera there, one camera in the center. I suspect another camera on the side. I'm guessing these mirrors will have cameras on as well. It looks like there might be a camera there on the cab. Maybe a camera here. That might just be a reflection. And then also it looks like we've got a new line on the body. So let's go back to the old Tesla. No, it's just a less severe line. So we have the line going through from the front all the way through. So that seems to be smoothed off now compared to the previous Semi. And then these wheel arches here, they seem to be a little bit smoother as well. Now this might be the smaller Semi. So maybe that's what that is. But let's have a look at this second photo. So here we go. Okay. So yeah, we've got another camera up here. So we've got, it looks like 1, 2, 3 cameras at the front. I mean, maybe some of them are sensors. We've got cameras here. That door handle again. So it is a door handle. This door back here, this access door, looks like the charging port down here. So yeah, very keeping with the original design. Rear window again. You know, there's a few things changed. We've got the Looks like a normal windshield. So no wraparound glass. The glass used to curve, I think, before. So yeah, you can see the glass curves. So on this one, it's not curved. It's just like a flat piece of glass. Okay, so let's have a look at the next one. Am I missing anything, guys? You tell me. Here's the rear of it. The rear of the Tesla. So yeah, those do look like they're possibly access doors to the side of these units. So if you had the cab hooked up, you could get access to the side. So there we go. I like the hubs on the front. Quite nice, just classic truck and hubs. And oh wow, real close photo. So I can't see a camera in there, but it's possible. I feel like there must be a camera on these wing mirrors. There has to be, just because it would be a huge blind spot if there wasn't. So there will be a camera around there and possibly in this glass up here. So there we go. Is there any more photos? No, so that's it. So there we go. There was just this. Nikola, I can't even remember the name of the company. That's how bad it's gone. Nikola, Trevor Milton's company, the hydrogen. They filed some lawsuits against Tesla saying that they were copying off the design of the Nikola hydrogen truck, whatever it was. So there's that wraparound glass from the original Semi. And here now is the flat glass. So as you can see, it's different. It looks like there might be a camera up there. It's really hard to tell where these cameras are, but there's definitely cameras in this front windshield. So the reason that I think this is now a production vehicle is that they have got the cameras there. So they are actually making this so it can be a autonomous vehicle. Whereas if we go back to the original Semi, you can see that it's not the same. The cameras aren't up there. There will be cameras somewhere, guys. But the fact that they've moved them and it's not the same as the prototype version, to me means that this is a small batch production vehicle. Like this is ready to be produced now. They're just getting the manufacturing dialed in. So they can keep producing a small handful of these semis, which are going to be production standard, the same as the production vehicles. They're just not dropping it yet, similar to what they're doing with the Roadster. So we're going to start seeing these on the road more and more. So there you go. So let's go over to something that was quite interesting. So President Biden is now president. And a lot of people are really happy about that. Some aren't, but really happy about that because he's really into green energy. Biden's EV revolution, a boom for electric trucks and Tesla Semi. I think that's supposed to say boom. The electric truck market in the US is primed for huge growth, having largely lagged behind China and Europe in electric commercial vehicle deployment. The transition to zero-emission vehicles in this sector now seems set to begin in earnest. Whilst the Biden presidency is only a week old, the step change that has occurred in the US government attitude towards confronting climate change and reducing road transport emissions could not have been made any clearer. Just 5 days into his presidency, President Biden announced that his government is planning to replace the federal government's fleet of combustion engine vehicles with electric vehicles manufactured in the US, creating 1 million clean energy automotive jobs in what he described as the largest mobilization of public investment in procurement, infrastructure, and R&D since World War II. To me, there's only one company that should be doing that. Now, obviously, this is a government thing. They are probably going to use various US EV companies. There's not that many, but so they're not just going to be Teslas, but Tesla are probably the best for that. According to the US General Service Administration, the US federal fleet comprises near 650,000 vehicles with around 100,000 medium-duty and 40,000 heavy-duty trucks in the inventory. Whilst the strategy, funding and timelines behind the policy are yet to be expounded upon, it is clear that the new government sees vehicle electrification both as a strategy for reducing greenhouse gas emissions with the co-benefits of improving air quality and for supporting the US automotive sector. Biden's announcement, alongside factors such as the California Air Resources Board, advanced clean truck regulations, which last year mandated that 75% of new Class 4 to 8 Ridge trucks and 55% of new tractor truck sales in California must be zero emissions by 2035. And the growing evidence of significant demand for the commercial EVs from major US corporations should give great confidence. I mean, to me, this is amazing. This is amazing. So sorry to bore you with all that stuff there. But basically, the Biden administration want to convert their vehicles and US government official vehicles into electric vehicles. A large portion of that is commercial freight. And why is that important? Because there's only a select few companies that are able to provide electric semi-trucks. And the one at the forefront, in my opinion, is Tesla. They're the ones who could probably do it at the rate that needs to be done. So then also, does that mean we're going to see medium duty? Are we going to see Cybertrucks rolling around as government vehicles? I mean, the Cybertruck as the president's official vehicle would actually be a really good choice. So yeah, I mean, I think we're going to see that. I think we're going to see a lot of Teslas rolling around as government vehicles. I think that's going to happen. We could see other vehicles. What car would I sit the president in? Probably a Model S or a Model X, bulletproof, bomb-proof, all that kind of stuff, or a Cybertruck. Although the Cybertruck is I don't know if it looks professional enough, but there you go. So this is really good news if you're a Tesla investor. The Semi is coming. So here's a story from Electrek. It's going off the same pictures that have been seen. But after a few delays, Tesla talked about low volume production in late 2020, but the timeline was later pushed to 2021. Last summer, CEO Elon Musk told employees in an email obtained by Electrek that it's time to bring Tesla Semi to volume production. So they've not updated the timeline since then, and that wasn't that long ago that he said that. I think this is evidence we are going to see the Tesla Semi. I think we're going to see quite a few this year, which is really exciting. Again, Tesla have struggled to get out the Roadster and the Semi, and a lot of that has been due to the fact that they needed to ramp Model 3, Model Y, focus on the China, Berlin, all these different factories have caused issue where they haven't been able to focus on it. I think with their expansion recently and the way they've ramped the Y and the 3 and the way the factories are happening right now, they can start to focus on these kind of products, slightly more niche products, but also are going to bring huge revenue in for the company. Something like the Roadster, again, they do not need to do it. It's like, I don't think it's going to be a loss earner, but it's almost like a loss earner because it's just the image of electric vehicles is changed forever when the Roadster comes out. Now, the fact that it's not already with the plaid Tesla Model S coming out is kind of ridiculous. But when the Roadster comes out, the words of Elon, the hardcore smackdown to combustion engines, the hardcore smackdown to gasoline cars, that's what the Roadster is going to be. The Model S has already done that. The Model S is a hardcore smackdown. Anyone who's denying that is stupid. I know some people don't regard Teslas as cars now because they're electric, it doesn't count. If that's your defense for your car being slower, bite me. But sorry. But when the Roadster comes out, that, in my opinion, kind of like a loss earner, people are going to think that electric is the future. Electric has destroyed all bars that have been set by combustion engine vehicles. It's cheaper, it's better. We're talking about, in the UK, £156,000 car. That's what the base Roadster is going to cost. Against Bugatti Chirons and the top hypercars. This car is going to beat those cars. £1 million cars, £2 million cars for £156,000. Getting myself one of them. But yeah, so these kind of things, same with the Semi. The Semi actually has more business sense. There's more business sense to the Semi, in my opinion. There is actually big money to be made in this sector. Again, like I say, the Roadster, there's money to be made in the Roadster, but it didn't need to be done. It's just that, for me, it's that kind of loss earner. When people start seeing these Semis, it will have the same effect. The biggest, brutiest vehicle on the road will be electric. The truck will be electric. So there you go. and it also makes a huge impact. Total emissions from the hauling and global infrastructure for shipping stuff around the world, a lot of that is really high. A large portion of emissions is from that sector, and to be able to change that would be huge. Yeah, I've said this before as well. The Semi changes it in so many different ways. With the autonomous driving, the fact that you can have a train of 5 to 6 semis makes them more efficient than a train. Anyway, I'm off point. The automaker originally said the production of the versions of the Tesla Semi, which are Class 8 trucks with 80,000 pound capacity, would have a 300 to 500 mile range, options from 150,000 to 180,000. I think we'll hear some news, maybe that's different. So the vehicle looks very similar to the original 2 prototypes, but it appears to show some slight design refinements. It could be a beta prototype or even a release candidate. This is a release candidate in my eyes. I think this will be the year of release candidates. Get excited, guys. So this is what we're going to see on the road. So there we go. Thank you, Electrek. So what does this say for the Tesla Semi truck? I think we are going to see Tesla Semi production vehicles or release candidate vehicles this year. We're going to see a few of them. Tesla have already been using these trucks in-house. I think we might see the first ones going out to their companies. The only thing about that that might stifle that from happening is Tesla needs semi-trucks. It's great for their brand if they are using their own semis. But I think it's somewhere down the line, Tesla will say to themselves, it'd be nice to have DHL printed on it so people know what we're up to, or some other company printed on the side of these trucks so people understand that it's not just this small batch that are sticking in-house with Tesla. So I do think if I was them, I would try and push these out a little bit into some private companies, some public companies, and keep a few privately as well. So, I mean, because Tesla need them anyway. But I think this year we're going to see some of these early release candidates, and we're going to see some companies with them in their hands. That's my opinion. It's going to be exciting to see. Again, I wish I was in the States, guys. I can't get my hands on this news any earlier than what I do. If I was in the States, I would be at these trucks. I'd be doing the walkarounds. Same with all the other cars, but it is what it is. I can only do what I can do. So thank you for subscribing to listen to the news from us over at the pond, on the other side of the pond. I have got some plans when the world opens up to go over to the States anyway, so I'm hoping to have a look at some of these vehicles for you. Lastly, guys, I just wanted to talk about the Model 3 in the UK, just briefly. Look at this car. I mean, first of all, it is gorgeous. This is the Performance Model 3. But I didn't realize the stats. I don't know if this has been spoken about, 3.1 seconds, which makes it faster than the inventory vehicle. So this is a made in China Model 3. And if I go on available inventory on the Performance Model 3, so 0 to 63.1 from the China, if you was to build one right now, or let's have a look at these performance ones. 0 to 63.2. So this is, in my opinion, a made in United States. Yeah, so you can tell by the door trim. And it's a little bit slower. So the made in China Model 3 is faster. So there's some made in China long rangers, but there's no made in China performance models just yet in the UK. They're all from the States. I guess they've got a bit of inventory that they're trying to get rid of. But yeah, I just thought I'd say that. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'm excited about a little story I have brewing up at the moment for myself that I'm doing with the Model X and the Model 3. I'm going to take you on that journey. I'll keep it under wraps for now, but I think you'll be interested. As always, guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Hit the notification bell. Genuinely, guys, subscribing makes a really big difference to the YouTube algorithm, so it's much appreciated. As always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I'm repeating myself. There's a link in the description for 1,000 free supercharging miles. It gets me 1,000 free supercharging miles. I do appreciate it. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.